baseline. Let's see where they start off. That Chen is banned, as expected. Snapfire, Slardar, Nyx Assassin Puck, and Omni Knight banned as well, with the IO first pick.
I think this is, you look at those 3 bans from B8, right? Those are the heroes that Kuro was stuck on for the qualifiers. Every single chance they could, they would draft Snapfire, they would pick up Slardar first, they would second pick a Chen like all the time. And then this Io is another one of those heroes that Nigma has been frequently grabbing and has not had the most success with it so far. They do have the advantage of being able to play it for both Miracle and GH, but I honestly feel like it always looks better on GH. I'm not sure if Nigma is a carry IO team. At least from my perception anyway, just like sometimes they have games where they try and run it with Miracle and it doesn't work.
No,
they are doing the same thing. Like they want to punish if you have any high cooldown ultis. Mars has one, but he can still fight even without the ulti, so it's not going to be that effective. But I like Nigma's approach. I think B8, they should have been ready about this one, and they picked AA instantly against the IO, so they're going to stop any kind of healing. Mars could set things up pretty easily with his arena, follow it up globally from AA ulti.
But again, like B8, they probably knew exactly what was going to be picked here.
Yeah.
Right? Based off of just history. And when you are that stubborn of a drafter, like many of these legendary captains are, right? You want to say, Kuro's a
if you
are
drafter,
stubborn in your ideas of, right? Puppy's had that same trait. Well, if you are stubborn in your ideas of openers to draft after that, but you don't have the most complete hold on the game, you don't have the complete idea. They have an idea that they think is good, but is actually really successful, or vice versa. But there's done. Like, I think a great example. Weird way, I think winning most heroes in this patch and last patch. Very successful. Time when Nigma picks up Timbersaw, you know it's not offline. You notice that?
Yep.
It's not a mind control here.
Yeah, but to your point, far in this tournament, Timbersaw has 85.
85?
85.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have the great of a sample because played throughout this tournament. Some bigger ones are Batrider, who's won 5 out of 5 games, 4 out of 4, and surprisingly to me, 8 out of 10. That's a pretty high win rate.
And you mentioned Chen, 4 out of 4 games won. 3 of those games, Kuroki's. So I would look to see that one again. We actually do have a draft in front of us. We've got Bait on the Radiant side, Nigma on the Dire side. And it is a best of 3, so we will see more out of these teams we saw yesterday. And I mostly also am curious to see how the teams adapt mid-series. But let's see their baseline. Let's see where they start off. That Chen is banned, as expected. Snapfire, Slardar, Nyx Assassin Puck, and Omni Knight banned as well. The IO first pick.
I think this is, you look at those 3 bans from B8. Those are the heroes that Kuro was stuck on for the qualifiers. Every single could, they would draft Snapfire, they would pick up Slardar first, they would second pick a all the time. IO is
Radiant team pick.
Has been frequently grabbing and has not had the most success. They do have the advantage of being able to play for both Miracle and BH, but I honestly feel like it always looks better. I'm not sure if Nigma is a, from my perception anyway, just like they have games with
they are doing the same thing. Like they want to punish if you have any high cooldown ultis. Mars has one, but he can still fight even without the ulti, so it's not going to be that effective. But I like Nigma's approach. I think B8, they should have been ready about this one, and they picked AA instantly against the IO, so they're going to stop any kind of healing. Mars could set up pretty easily.
5 seconds remaining.
Follow it up globally from AA ulti.
But again, like B8, they probably knew exactly what was going to be.
Yeah.
Right? Based off of just, and when you are that stubborn of a drafter, like many of these legendary captains are, right? You say, Kuro's a stubborn draft. So is Puppy. great. Well, if you are stubborn in your ideas of openers, but you don't have the most complete, don't have the complete idea of what this path, well, then your stubbornness
10 seconds remaining.
Be predictable, and like later on, when he starts figuring out the pattern a lot, then he understands every single step of the draft happen
Team ban.
and is able to but have that.
Does that mean that even though we've seen Nigma do well with the IO Tiny, we don't really like it?
No, I'm a big...
No,
I mean, we still think it's good, right? Yeah.
A classic comp.
It is. Like, you can play extremely fast, go from lane to lane, always have ways to stop the split push. They're not even banning out Pio's heroes. He loves to play his Phantom Lancer. They have a built-in Kyiv. Tiny's 3. He also plays Terrorblade a lot. I don't think they're afraid of these heroes.
I do like B8's opener, even though if it was anybody else, I would add. This is such a B8 hero, like limited games I've seen from them. Them being able to run a mid-dendy Mars and being able to have follow-up from their support seem to be very offensive minded. I don't know what it is, but they just to pick a lot of utility.
That hand from GH. Man looks jacked.
Been hitting the gym.
Those.
All right, so we have got the Mars coming out for Denny. That will be Denny's hero. We did have the Puck first phase banned to allow for that. They have run this tournament as well against Infamous, actually one of the games. And other than the Puck, everything else that they played with that, almost everything else, but most notably Timberstar, they played with that one. And you mentioned it already, Nigma might not be the most